Well, Joe, you were made to work hard for it. There's only 2 divisions below this afternoon.
Yeah, I thought second half we were a bit more comfortable than we were first half. Obviously, it's always going to be a tight game, whatever team you play. We didn't quite get it right first half in possession. I don't think they caused us too many problems. We scored a very, very good goal first half off the training ground. Again, another set piece from the corner, and Jack's finished it really well. And then Sean scored a good goal second half, which I thought we thoroughly deserved. There's ways and means of winning games, and it doesn't matter really in the FA Trophy as long as you're in the hat for the next round. And that was the objective coming here today. However much I said it was okay, the pitch is never great when you're playing on these types of surfaces. It was a little bit, I don't know, the environment and the atmosphere wasn't of a match day really. With it being a Sunday and not a very big crowd in here. Really grateful to the supporters that have come down from Bath because they make a difference to us. But I thought the longer the game went on in the second half, the more energy we had. Obviously I made a change at half time, they made a couple of changes, another change rather up top, and I thought the longer the game went on, it was only us who was going to win the game.
What was the reasoning behind the change at half time on Tom Smith, more attacking midfielder for Frankie Artis?
Exactly that really. I felt as if we needed a little bit more in attack. I felt as if we needed to get some more bodies in between lines, higher up the pitch. Managed to do that as well. I thought that James would be able to control the game a little bit deeper on his own as well, and then it was almost sort of credit to them as well. The 7 was sat in behind their front 2 as well, almost like a diamond flattened off 4-4-2 that got on the ball a little bit a few times. So no, twofold really, tactically, and it helped us. And once we started switching play because they were so narrow, we started causing them lots of problems, and maybe should have scored a few more.
A few hairy moments early on with the defence, but from then on, I suppose the last hour or so, they're pretty solid throughout. Anthony Straker again really excelling. So back to the familiar back 4 which started the season, it's holding really.
Yeah, we've been upset today. I mean, I didn't say anything before the game, but we've lost Ryan Clark to illness, and I have to say a special mention for a young kid because Harvey Wells-Richards has gone in, he's 16, he's not 17 until May. He's probably got to be the youngest player I should imagine ever play for Bath. Off the records, I don't know, but not just his performance level, but his mental approach and his mental attitude towards the game, and being able to handle pressure situations when he's having to goal kicks with the crowd in behind him as well, and just coming into a game of this magnitude is fantastic for a young man, and he's played ever so well for us. So that we were disrupted with that. We knew Mishi was going to be ill as well, so we had to put Joe back there, and Joe hasn't played there for a while, so it was disrupted. But what the players do, they find a way to win a game, and changing Frankie's attitude's good. I come off, he knows it's tactical. Ryan Brunt coming off, he knows it's tactical, he knows we're looking for something a little bit different, and that's what we've got. And at the end of the day, if people are saying to us we're just winning games, then I'll take it.
You mentioned Harvey Wells-Richards, which I would have brought up. When did you tell him that he was going to come into the side, and did he seem nervous at all? I mean, 16 and a half years old, it's incredible really to throw himself in that sort of environment. You wouldn't have thought he was that age. Magnificent.
I spoke to his dad actually this morning because I know him, and I've obviously promoted him from the youth team. So a special mention must go to the guys that do that, and Billy Clark, because I recognised him. I watched him in the FA Youth Cup at Clevedon, and that's why I promoted him up and sent Kieran out on loan. Because I knew he had the mental strength to do it and the attitude to do it, but also I knew he was very good in possession, so suited the way we played. And his kicking, I thought, was exemplary. He's pulled off a couple of saves as well in his body, which he's done really well at. So I spoke to his dad first thing. Ryan Clark's phoned me at 6:30 this morning. So as I'm waking up, he's told me he's not available. I then phone Sean, which is Harvey's dad, and I asked him what's the best way, what does he think, and he said let him know now. So I let him know when he's having breakfast at home, and he just said I'm buzzing, Gaffer. I said I'm buzzing, and that was a really good attitude, really good thing to hear. His family have come down and watched him, so I'm really pleased for him, and it disrupted us a little bit, but it hasn't affected the performance because he's gone in and done terrific.
And so he excelled at one end and excelled at the other end of the second goal from Sean Rigg. What finish that was?
Great one on his weaker foot, on his right foot, if you like, as well. And at that stage, we were just getting between lines and playing in nice little pockets of space. And I felt like, as I said there earlier, our switches of play were starting to hurt them a little bit. I thought they defended ever so well first half, and I thought they kept their shape ever so well. They did have a bit more possession we would have liked as well first half, but I thought then in the second half we've dominated and never really looked like we were going to concede. A couple of things going in, some free kicks and what have you, and then obviously with the free kick near the end, it's a little bit hairy and scary, but other than that, I think it's a deserved win for the boys.
13 days off now, what have you got planned for that, and are you grateful for a bit of a break going into a hectic Christmas period?
Not really, no, we want to play games. At the moment the boys are in really good form, and as I said, it's a good habit to have, winning games, and we want to continue it. So no, we'll train. There's lots that I still want to work on. We're not saying we're the finished product by no means, and I've got to say now, even with Tom Smith, and I'm reflecting back on the game. With Tom Smith. He's come on and he's not quite got to the levels he got to when he came with us last year. Today I thought he was, and in fact I think he was a pivotal part in that second half performance, and he drove not only himself but he drove the team second half. He was getting in between the lines, he was driving with the ball like we know he can, he was getting some shots away. Defensively he was working tirelessly, he got smashed over there in a really bad collision and landed awkwardly, gets back up and gets on with it. And I'm really pleased for Tom, because there's no bigger fan or bigger admirer than me of Tom Smith, and it's good to see him like that. So he's come in today and done very well as well.
Around the third or half the team just already exited the competition from this league, to give you a bit more belief that you can go quite far in this competition?
We're hoping so, Mark. We're hoping so. We were all disappointed in the FA Cup, and that's gone now. We're in good form in the league. It's a great cup competition to be involved in. It's a bit more prize money for the football club, and we want to go as far as we can. Who knows? We need to be a bit lucky with the draw, I guess. It'd be nice to get a home tie. But we'll see where we end up, and all I can say is there's a good group in there. I've said it a lot, but there is a good group, because we're digging out results. We really are digging out results, and if you're digging out results where you're not playing quite as well as you'd like for 90 minutes, it's a really good sign, and hopefully the boys will continue in that rich vein of form.
With such a long break coming up, do you know if you're going to do anything differently with training?
I've not really thought about it, to be honest, Henry, at this stage. So we will train, that's for sure, and it'll be fun, it'll be enjoyable, it'll be hard work like it always is. And we sit down and we discuss it at length what we're going to do. It might be a time to do something a little bit different, maybe. But yeah, we haven't really thought about that. We'll have a discussion with the coach going back now, but we'll be in Tuesday, Thursday for sure.
Also, I think I saw a couple places. Have you been doing some community work? Is it the Dream Big programme?
Yep, well, I've been involved in that since last season, really. So yeah, it's doing some work in and around the Twerton areas with some of the more sort of deprived areas, if you like, with some of the children and single parent families, and some who've got two parents, obviously, and inner families, but don't earn quite as much money as people would like and find it difficult to get them into sports clubs. So it's through some funding through the foundation as well. So yeah, I really enjoy doing that. It's up at Pennyquick Park, and we just have fun. And it's nice for the young children to come out, and the parents as well, who join in and have fun with it as well. So that's important. We're a community club, and it's important that we continue to do that work in the community and try and get more people at Twerton, but show what sort of club we are as well.
And I believe you're at the Bath Sports Awards.
No, that's really good for our club as well. It was, I was there, and John Inverdale hosted, and it was a privilege to present an award there as well, and also to go up as part of a panel and have a Q&A as well. So we are getting recognised as a big force in the city now as well. It's not just talking about the rugby and about the athletes up at Bath Uni, it's about the football club as well. And no, the word's spreading on us, and that's what we want to do. If we're producing a product out there and the club's moving in the right direction and we're getting invited along to these things, that can only be good.
No more for me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
Cheers.